What's up, guys? Today, this is Tsunami exclusive interviews, and you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Grande. I am Celia, aka Seawater.
Seawater.
Seawater. Because we see and we nourish, and it's deeply.
Let's see. All right. That's a beautiful name. So what brings you in today? We want to talk about your creative niches. We talked earlier. It seems like you brought quite a bit with you today. So, what's some of the things that you're really into?
So, I did bring quite a few things because I'm just a multi-hyphenated individual. And so...
Hyphenated?
Hyphenated.
I actually don't know what that means.
It's a hyphen.
Oh.
So, so my brand, one of my businesses is Multimad.
Mm-hmm.
And so hyphen mad. Oh, and we have
Multimad.
Yes. Wait, it's yes.
Might be backwards.
There we go.
Oh.
Look, we smoked.
There you go.
Look, Let's get it together. Yeah, Multimad. So it's just like it's a hyphen for like multiple things, I believe, or like like Multimad. I don't know.
No, yeah, I get it.
There's a hyphen. It's a little hyphen thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I do, like, for example, Multimad LLC is a production company, and we produce events of all sorts. So I've done fashion shows, community events is like my main focus, because that's where I bring the hyphens. You know what I mean? The hyphens. Because I include art, music, and we support small businesses. So all kind of makers and artisans this event supports. And we provide that access to the community for free. Just come out, and not only do you see cool things, but you are able to support creatives, artists, visually or performing, and so that's where I encompass everything that I do at like one event. I coordinate the event. Then I always make sure that I have a table, usually with my creations, my art, jewelry, crystals, incense. It gets very deep because they're all extensions of myself too.
Yeah, show them your little crystal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
This is a citrine from Africa.
From Africa. Wow.
Zimbabwe, Africa. So and we support small miners. It's ethically sourced because we care about Earth. We care about we care over here. Pretty much.
That's really amazing.
Telling you, it's really deep. I could go really deep, but I also want to respect the time that we have.
No, yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. So how often do you throw some of these like events where people can come and learn and see like all these creative things?
So right now we're having them once a month.
Once a month.
Every first Friday of the month since June of this year. We partnered up with an amazing facility on Broadway called Made Studios. And there, actually, I got this sign made. Wow. And that sign made.
Wow.
The Multimad LLC sign. And so that just shows you shows you one thing that you can do. You can make merchandise as well. They actually have jewelry making classes where you learn how to solder,
Wow.
I wrap crystals. There you could actually make what you, I believe like what you have on. You know, like solder and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, yeah. So it's an amazing facility that really supports creatives as well.
What's the name of this facility?
Made Studios.
Made Studios here in Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento, 3519 Broadway.
Yeah, we're just down the street on X Street, so X and Broadway. So
yeah, when you get off the freeway, make a right instead of a left, and you'll find it.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely be stopping by there, and gonna be shooting some content so you can see what that's all about.
Yeah, and they offer a multitude of tools.
You also you mentioned it's a membership type of thing also, so you can come in and use a lot of these facilities for a certain price a month.
Literally, yes. So they have like all these machines that will cost you thousands of dollars. For a very small fraction of that, I believe right now the membership is $88, but don't quote me. Just Google Made Studios, and you'll find it. It'll pop up.
Yeah.
And there's a big sign that says Made Studio outside. So just drive down Broadway if you have to. You'll see it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to find.
It shouldn't be, yeah. No, not at all. But anywho, membership, and then you take a class, and because, you want to learn to use these machines correctly.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Right, because it costs thousands of dollars.
So it's really amazing. You get access to use the machines, but also you get knowledge. You get, like, the teaching. Like, you get taught how to do these things, which is honestly priceless, Like, you'd have to go to a college or study really, really hard on your own to learn some of these things. So it's really amazing that, like, there's a facility providing, like, the tools and the necessary learning to, be creative on your own.
The things, it's just mind-boggling, to, like, see and be in a creative space. Because, like, as creatives, being in a nurturing environment that will nurture your creativity, it helps expand your creativity.
Definitely, being energy around all these other people who are being creative. Something I've been told throughout my life is that you are a culmination of your the five closest people to you. So say the five closest people to you are very uncreative, unmotivated. A lot of the influences on your life, like a lot of your decisions are most likely going to be influenced by, like, those tendencies. But if you're surrounded by creative people who are constantly doing things, people who are, like, constantly innovating, like, your brain is going to be, like, made up of innovation, like, wanting to just, like, I truly do believe, like, that statement does have a lot of merit.
Well, yeah. You have to think about, like, you are, like, your reality is that of what you are. I always tell people, like, when you're going through stuff, it's like, well, like, what are you, like, like, we can't blame the exterior. You can, but it's like there's no accountability there. Especially, like, when I can only speak about my experience. So it's like, I'm the first one to say that, like, I know I've to some people, I've been horrible. I haven't been the best version of what I am or what I can be. Now in my life, I really proud myself in being a great person. Like, I 1,000,000,000% stand on being a great person. Like, I have morals, I have principles, I am authentic, I am honest, I have integrity. You know what I mean? Like, I think all these
it takes a lot of integrity to be able to admit that, like, you weren't the best version of yourself at certain times, but now you are doing your best. I think we can, like, definitely see that. I can definitely relate. Like, I've definitely not been my best version to people. Even, like, up until like this month. You know, like I make mistakes, but the main thing is I'm trying to do better. You know, I'm in therapy. I am, I'm working on myself. You know, being mindful of how my actions and what my words affect other people, and that's like the biggest part. You know, like don't let people can have their perception of you. There's another saying, like they say every single person knows a different version of you. You know, like you're a different person to everybody. Everybody knows a different version of you. You know,
crazy.
Yeah, like there's a million different versions of you out there. You know, just in the perceptions of other people. You know, so some people are gonna hate you, some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna worship you, some people are gonna forget you exist. So a big part is just like what you said earlier, like you can't really, there's no accountability in the external world, or you can't count on the external being accountable, you know. So all you can really do is work on how you interpret the external, work on how the external affects you, work on how you react to the external, you know. Like you can't control what happens, but you can control how you react, you know.
That part. And it's so simple but so complex and so like very hard. Like it's extremely hard. Like I don't like all that I create I love because I don't work hard. Like oh yeah. You mean like
let's tilt your mic down.
I set up my life. That's so how I was saying like I don't work hard. You know, I set up my life to be of ease. That's why my job is to create. Oh, look at that. That's why my job is to create. You know, like literally my businesses is all my creations. You know, and it all, like where I say that it's really deep because, you know, I have became, because that, mind you, I haven't always been the embodiment of a person choosing better. You know, I have chosen before to be trash, to be horrible. Like, and that sucks. Especially to people, like, I mean, I don't care, like, if it's somebody who deserved it. You know? And that's where my current saying goes of, like, everyone does not deserve to know God. At that moment, in this lifetime, we don't. And I'm not no one to say like who deserves what, but I know that as someone who chooses to be better, and I work really hard to be a better person. Like I don't work hard, mind you, right? At all. I work with ease. I create. I work from creation that comes from my brain. You know what I mean? So my thoughts manifest. That's what I do. What I work hard at is making sure that I'm not creating chaos. That I'm like changing the world. You know? That's why like one of like the High Vibes brand is, which is a spiritual wellness company with the crystals. You know, herbs, smudging herbs, incense. I am a mindful breathing coach. You know, I'm a amazing high vibrational being. You know, and so we change. It's like spreading positivity one aura at a time. That's how you change the world.
Yeah.
By being, you know, high vibrational, being better. Why be trash? You know, it's hard sometimes if you come from trash. You know, talking about our environments, right? Being that of what we are. When you are creating, being from, existing from a place that is not conducive to growth, to nourishment. You know, that's why these places, they're of creation, are safe havens. You know, it's crucial that we protect people like us, creative minds. You know, people that care.
Your mic's running away.
You know, oh, look at that. Let's call it. Maybe, like, tying something. I saw it too, like, okay, like, righty-tighty, this way. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. I seen it too, like, ooh. Like, why are you hating Mike? Let's get it together. Not because we're saying some shit here. That's what it is.
So what sort of set you on this path of creativity and being like working, striving to be a better person?
Oh, that's a good question. Can you repeat it again?
What's at least like what's one thing that sets you on this path of creativity, or what inspired you? Like what's one of your core memories of something that like I want to be like that, or want to, like something that you saw that inspired you,
That's an amazing question. You're really getting like, oh my goodness. So I've never been asked that question like that, because I don't know, like art is just one of my paintings, one of my drawings, right? Art, like, it's a God-given talent. I just have always known how to draw.
Oh, so you've been naturally gifted, you feel?
That part.
With art.
That
creativity.
Part. With creativity, yeah.
Amazing.
I do remember, though, being 9 years old and saying, because so at 9 years old, I realized that I could draw better than everybody in my class or my grade. And I didn't even, I'm a little kid, it's drawing. You know what I mean? And I did not grow up with access to art. That's why I love doing these events. Because if I would have been and I grew up in Oak Park. If I would have gone to an event where there's live painting or artists selling their creations, like, I wouldn't known. I'm like, oh, okay, like, I don't know, like,
it's possible to succeed as an artist.
That part, exactly. Thank you. That
like going out and seeing it, like, that's why it's like being in these creative spaces, going to these creative events, seeing these people who do these amazing things, and like people love it. Like, I think that's really inspiring. I think that's something that we definitely need to have more. Like the Sac Finest Market, we have the Bloom Festival, we have like the Foodie Land, we have all these like events and like festivals where it's just local vendors and entrepreneurs and artists just coming together, and it's really, really amazing. It's like everyone could get something out of it, so like everyone can learn something, like like get so many business cards, and like I think we can truly like change like the world if we like really, really keep up like these like sort of like like I'm thinking of like if we keep up like encouraging entrepreneurs, the encouragement of entrepreneurs, and giving them places to do their like sell their things, give them places to be creative, give them places like where you do your things at, what's it called again?
Made Studios,
like things like that.
We have our events that Multimad curates. First Fridays, we're on Broadway, so it's Oak Park, is down the way, say to the right. When you exit to the right, that's Oak Park. And so Oak Park has its First Fridays, and that's what our events happen during First Fridays. Every month, we have indoor, outdoor, so, weather really isn't a factor for inside. And we support, the culture of creation. It's a safe environment. We have community projects that people could work on for free. Like last Friday was our first Friday for September, and we had a free sublimation workshop. And I made my first sublimation tote there. And it was so much fun, and other people in the community who normally wouldn't have, she'd actually never have had this, because I talked to this lady that was there, and she's never done anything like that before. And I had told her, like, you look so like at peace and like Like, it was beautiful to see. And the best way to describe it was at peace and, like, serene. Just creating this tote bag with, like, you know, pre-printed images. And you just pick and you make your own thing. And so that goes to show the power of creation. You know, that's why I even started my business. That's why the owners of Made Studio, like, in part also started their creation. It's a safe haven for creativity. You know, it is life-changing being able to express yourself. But not only that, not only can you express yourself, but you can also make a business out of it. Like, I can make signs for everyone for their business like this, like that. You know, if I wanted to. You have a place where you can do that. Not only can you do it for yourself, but hey, maybe now you want to start a business. Mm-hmm. Maybe you want to make like this art easel thing because they have a wood shop. You know, mm-hmm. Maybe you want to make a table.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to start a business of making tables. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like, there is no limitation to creativity, to what you can create. And people out there are willing to pay for that too, mind you.
Especially if it's done locally. Like, I feel like most people would much rather buy from someone down the street than, give their money to some big greedy corporation.
Exactly.
At least that's how the thinking is starting to be a lot more nowadays, you know.
And it's handmade.
Handmade.
So it's made better. Made
with love.
That's what I was going to say. Like, me being me. Like, it's made with intention and love. Like, you know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just... I love what I do. If you don't get a sense of that. Like, I love what I do. I embody what I do. I am Multimad LLC. I am high vibes. I am all of these things.
So, we don't have the most time, but we have time for one more question. So what would you say to anybody who's trying to go down a similar path of creativity? You know, you're such a multi-mad, like, you do so many different trades of art. Like, what's something that you can recommend to someone? You know, some people might feel overwhelmed or like they can't focus. So what's something that you can, words of encouragement you can give to people who are down a similar path?
I would say take deep breaths. Stand 10 toes on yourself.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. Solidify who you are. You know, get to know you. Who are you? What do you stand for?
Like, what do you like?
You know? Well, what do you love? Like, like be the embodiment of what you love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have, like, that's why, like, my businesses are so deep. You know? Like, from the shirts to the, paintings to, everything. You know, so I would say, embody what you want to give the world. And don't stop. And do it with fear. Do it scared. It's not easy. Sometimes, we get down to $0. You know what I mean? Because I'm my own, it's like I create my own money. I'm my own printing money machine. So, sometimes it might be depleted. Other times, and that's where we like to stay, is in the abundance. Understand that you are that. Once again, the embodiment. I am the abundance. As long as I could create, that's why we take care of our hands and don't just make anything with them. Because some things ain't worth making. So when we make it count. So yeah, I would just say that.
Quality over quantity.
That part. And just stand on yourself and give yourself grace as well.
So you say to really learn yourself, stand on business.
Simple.
Yeah. Just keep moving forward.
That part.
I'd say that's good advice. Good advice. And don't forget the deep breaths. Just remember, everything's gonna be all right.
That part. And if you need help remembering how to breathe, I'm also a breathing coach. telling you.
So before we leave, do you want to show off some of your things that you
Yeah,
brought?
this is the merch too. So high vibes.
High vibes.
Once again, high vibrations. Everything just, I feel like it's, with me, redundant because it's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice. Is one of my sayings.
Yeah.
Self-betterment is a choice. And, be love. Because, it's just a really big logo. But, be love. Because the world deserves love. Be it. Embody it.
Yeah, I truly I've studied so much, and I think at the end, all I've learned is love is everything. That's all it is. It's so simple. It's all just love.
Love is the highest vibration there is on this physical plane.
Love thy enemy, love thy neighbor.
That part. And sometimes because you love somebody, you gotta stand 10 toes down on your boundaries and who you are. And so don't accept just anything because you love everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where standard and boundaries come into play. Things are so simple, but also so deep. We have duality here on Earth, so it's simple though. Be love, bro. Come from love. Create from love.
All right. Well, Thank you for tuning in. See the what's your
Celia.
Celia. Oh, forgive me.
Right.
So thank you for tuning in, Celia. Seawater.
Yes.
This was Tsunami exclusive interviews, and today we learned about creativity, taking accountability, and really standing on business. So thank you for coming in, and drop a comment if you thought something that Celia said was interesting, or if you want to be in an interview sometime. But we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you. Ashe. I was nervous. Nervous?
No, you did good.
Hopefully it was clear. Yeah, no, it's